If there's one story that shaped the public image of Michael Jackson as much as his music, it was his relationship with the media. At times they celebrated him as the king of pop, and at other times they turned him into one of the most scrutinized celebrities in history. In the early years of his career, the media loved Michael Jackson. As a child star performing with the Jackson 5, he was often portrayed as a musical prodigy with an incredible voice and stage presence. Journalists admired his talent, and the public saw him as a charismatic young performer who seemed destined for greatness. That admiration only grew in the 1980s when Michael began his solo career. In 1982, he released the album Thriller, which became the best-selling album of all time. The media praised him constantly. Headlines celebrated his music videos, his dancing, and his ability to transform the music industry. Michael Jackson was not just a pop star, he was becoming a global cultural phenomenon. But as his fame exploded, so did the media attention surrounding his personal life. During the mid to late 1980s, stories about Michael began shifting away from his music and toward his lifestyle. Reporters became fascinated with his private life, especially his home, Neverland Ranch. While fans often saw Neverland as a magical escape inspired by childhood dreams, some media outlets portrayed it as strange and mysterious. Around the same time, tabloids began publishing bizarre stories about Michael. One of the most famous rumors claimed he tried to buy the bones of Joseph Merrick, the historical figure known as the Elephant Man. Another story suggested Michael slept inside a hyperbaric oxygen chamber to stay young forever. Many of these stories were exaggerated or completely false, but they spread quickly. Michael later said that once these stories started, the media seemed more interested in sensational headlines than in his music. This growing tension between Michael Jackson and the press began to show up in his art. In 1989, he released the song Leave Me Alone, which directly mocked the tabloids and the rumors surrounding his life. The music video even showed giant newspaper headlines turning into a chaotic carnival of media stories. Throughout the early 1990s, Michael remained one of the most famous people in the world, but the tone of media coverage continued to change. Instead of focusing on his record-breaking achievements, many outlets focused on controversy and speculation. The situation escalated dramatically in 1993 when Michael Jackson faced serious allegations that dominated headlines around the world. The case generated enormous media attention and marked a turning point in how he was portrayed publicly. For many fans, it felt like the media had completely turned against him. For critics and journalists, however, the intense coverage reflected the scale of the accusations and Michael's global fame. The experience deeply affected Michael. In interviews and songs, he often spoke about feeling misunderstood and attacked by the press. One example was the 1995 song Scream, a powerful collaboration with his sister Janet Jackson. The song's lyrics expressed anger toward media pressure and the feeling of constantly being judged. Another example was They Don't Care About Us, released the same year. In that song, he criticized injustice and the way powerful institutions, including the media, could influence public opinion. At the same time, Michael's fame made him one of the most photographed and discussed celebrities in the world. Every appearance, interview, and rumor could instantly become global news. By the early 2000s, the relationship between Michael Jackson and the media had become extremely tense. When new allegations surfaced in 2003, the coverage once again dominated headlines internationally. Cameras followed him constantly, and every moment of the investigation was analyzed in public. For supporters, this level of scrutiny felt overwhelming and unfair. For journalists, Michael Jackson's life had become one of the most compelling and controversial celebrity stories of the era. After the trial ended in 2005, Michael largely withdrew from the public eye. For several years, he lived outside the United States, rarely appearing in the media. But even during his absence, fascination with Michael Jackson never disappeared. His music, performances, and legacy continued to influence artists and fans all over the world. When Michael announced his comeback concert series, This Is It concert residency in 2009, media attention once again exploded. Fans saw it as the return of the King of Pop, while journalists speculated about whether the legendary performer could still deliver. Tragically, Michael Jackson passed away later that year before the concerts could begin. His death triggered one of the largest waves of media coverage ever seen for an entertainer. Suddenly, the narrative shifted again. Around the world, news outlets reflected on his extraordinary career, his groundbreaking music videos, and his enormous impact on popular culture. In many ways, Michael Jackson's relationship with the media was a reflection of his unprecedented fame. He was one of the most celebrated entertainers in history, but also one of the most examined and debated. For decades, the media helped turn Michael Jackson into a global icon. But at the same time, it also played a major role in shaping the controversies and mysteries that surrounded his life. Today, discussions about Michael Jackson often include both sides of that story: the legendary artist who changed music forever, and the complicated relationship he had with the spotlight that never left him. And perhaps that tension between fame, scrutiny, and artistry is part of what continues to make the story of Michael Jackson so fascinating even today.